Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we have another new breakdown for you today. It's going to be on Dematrius Davis, one of the top quarterbacks in the 2021 class. And the big reason I wanted to do the breakdown here is because, obviously he's a great quarterback, but he has a little bit more of the running style. And so I really wanted to go in depth in how you could be successful as that dual threat type of quarterback. And I think Dematrius Davis is one of the best guys that really showcases how you can do that, especially at the high school level. He's already won 2 consecutive 6A championships in Texas. So, he's just absolutely dominating the Texas high school football, which is some of the best football in the entire, nation, entire world. And so, we really want to go into some of the things that work really well. So we'll hop right into the breakdown. As always, if you like the information, like what we're doing here on the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. That really helps us out a lot. And comment if you have any recommendation for us. We'll be happy to get that for you. So the first thing I want to go into when it comes to being a dual threat quarterback is, as a quarterback, you got to be able to have a passing threat. So if you don't have the ability to throw the long ball, stretch the defense, then you're really not much of a dual threat quarterback. You're much more of a running quarterback. So we'll go first into where Dematrius Davis does a great job of being an actual quarterback here. So, this looks like it's a big game. You can see it's at the Texas Stadium. Loads up, maybe takes a little bit too big of a stride there, but really does a great job of being able to get his momentum going forward all the way up onto that front leg. And, is really able to deliver a really great ball here. You can see he keeps that front arm all the way closed, gets full extension within the arm, and gets that full internal rotation there and delivers an absolute perfect strike. This one here is another great throw. They end up switching in man coverage, and he ends up throwing the ball up over the top. The thing that stands out to me is, he could probably do a better job of getting a little bit more rotation through his hips, so he ends up leaning off to the side a good amount in the spine because he lacks that rotation of the hip. So a lot of times we'll see that in quarterbacks. If you're not getting good hip and shoulder disassociation or really leading through with the hips, then you end up, kind of leaning over to the side a little bit with the throw. And so, you could definitely make a bit of an improvement there, and then he kind of falls off to the side with that actual throw. But this one's a good throw because it shows being able to move around the pocket, right? Keeps his eyes downfield, moves around the pocket here, and still is able to develop or to throw a really nice ball. Again, look at the position of that left arm, keeping it really close, gets full extension through the elbow, and look at the whip and how he brings that arm right back down to that opposite pocket. And, that's a great thing to be able to do as a quarterback. So this is a great one just because one of the things that comes into being a dual threat quarterback, or just a quarterback in general, and a winning quarterback, right? One of the reasons why Dematrius Davis is a top quarterback in the 2021 class is because the dude can take a hit. And dude wins games, right? And he does whatever he needs to do in order to win games. A great competitor. So you can see here, guys open across the middle. He knows that they're bringing, more defenders than the offensive line can block. So he's got to get the ball out of his hands quick. Gets rid of the ball and just takes an absolute shot as he delivers the ball. We'll go in a little bit faster motion here to see, how he just took a good shot there as he was delivering the ball. And so that's a thing when it comes to being a dual threat quarterback, is you got to be able to take a shot. You got to be able to keep your eyes downfield even when you're starting to get a good amount of pressure. The reason I really want to make this video is because the more, the game is starting to progress, the more you can see that being able to have that dual threat quarterback is really a huge asset for offensive coordinators. And I think it's going to be something we'll see more and more as time goes. So here we go, sprint out to the right. We can see that, it ends up not working out. The guy that they wanted to go to ends up being double covered. He works out to the side, makes the guy miss right here. And then here comes that outside linebacker, frees this guy up so he's wide open, delivers the throw, and, might have been a touchdown, got to the 1, whatever the case may be. A great example of being able to really extend the play, keep the eyes downfield, and make it so his team was able to keep moving the stick. But you can just see how many different running plays that he has. So he has such a dynamic part to his game, because as a defensive coordinator, you have to prepare for his ability to throw the ball, as well as his ability to run the ball, as well as his ability to act like he is, running the ball. So he can, do different things within screens and, different parts of the running game. And as an offensive coordinator, you love that, because now you can set so many things up off of that. You can set up so much with play action. You could do, your run game becomes a lot more effective. Your passing game, quarterback run game, just gives your offense such a huge ability to have success. So here's the play action pass, right? They don't fall for it. They had 2 guys that are unblocked from the very beginning. He's able to go and escape, gets away from the second guy, and is able to throw a touchdown, right? And so again, a great example of being an excellent dual threat quarterback. And when it comes to being, that dual threat guy, you just got to be able to keep your eyes downfield. And when guys aren't getting blocked, you got to be able to make a play and extend the play and figure out ways to continue to move the offense. And really, as a quarterback, as long as you're winning games, as long as you're not making turnovers, as long as you're continuing to move the offense down the field, then you're going to continue to get the reps and be able to play more and more, and you'll start to see a lot more success with the players around you. That'll really, get the linemen to start blocking better, get the receivers to start making bigger plays, it'll make the running backs start running harder. So as a quarterback, you really have a lot of influence on the whole team and how the offense goes. So the more you can get in a rhythm and using all your different assets and running the ball and throwing the ball and making sure that you're carrying out your play action fakes, and that will really makes a big impact on how everybody else around you plays. Hope that this helps for any dual threat quarterbacks out there that might be struggling with understanding exactly how they can be utilized within their offense. First, you got to be able to make plays on the fly and, play your game, make sure that you're definitely following the offense, but you got to play your game. You got to make it so your team continues to win games and continues to move the ball. And the best way to be able to do that is to be you. As always, thanks for watching the videos, and we'll talk to you soon.